Welcome to the Begion of Loom podcast. Hey! Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the Begion of Loom podcast, week 4 recap. We're all here. You're all here.
Hey.
What's happening?
All Greg of us.
All Greg of us are in the house. We've got our main man, DRC. We've got him muted, though, so don't worry about that. We've got Mixer and TWP. What's happening?
What's up?
Not much. Interesting week. A little bit to talk about in the league, in the NFL league, in the Begion league. So let's get right to it. Mr. TWB, you ready for some news?
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's do it. News. Now, hold on. Before we get started, we do have to comment on your attire today.
What? I have sunglasses.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. It's about time that you caught up.
Yeah, thanks.
And might be time for a shave.
Yeah.
But other than that, normal as usual.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, nothing.
Sweaty.
A little. maybe a little itchy.
Oh, yeah. Itchy. Yeah. You're coming off the ropes. We should probably change your name now to, I don't know. Sweaty. All right, go ahead.
All right. First up with the news, we got Houston's fire head coach Bill O'Brien.
The Houston
football team.
The Houston's Texans. Bill O'Brien gone. Rumor has it that J.J. Watt started a revolt against him in the locker room. But
J.J. Watt started a revolt against him?
Yeah, sounded like before last week's game on Thursday during the practice, there was a huge J.J. snapped back at him and said, made some disparaging remarks about his coaching ability and just stopped practice essentially, and it led to the downfall of Bill O'Brien.
Oh, okay. Well, interesting. What? That's pretty powerful, though. Hold on.
Yeah, but then Watt just supposedly wishes him no ill will.
All right.
Dude,
whatever.
The only question I have to ask is what took so long? Bill O'Brien I don't know. It feels like he's just been running that team into the ground for years.
Right.
He's taken him to the playoffs. He had an above 500 coaching average, I think, but yeah.
Oh, wow. Actually, that was one of the jokes that I saw on Twitter was what took them so long.
Twitter's funny.
Twitter.
Anyway, Lamar Jackson misses practice with a minor knee injury. Oh, poor Lamar Jackson.
Is any knee injury minor for a mobile quarterback? Yeah.
Yeah, probably not. So, I mean, he's really not having the greatest, well, compared to last year, not having the greatest season. So, I mean, this just kind of adds to the pile of crap that is Lamar Jackson this year.
I don't agree with that statement at all.
Okay.
I mean, Lamar Jackson is not crap, and he started out, I mean, yeah, he's actually, recessing, or, oh, gosh. Is that a word?
Receding.
Regressing. Thank you. Golly, recessing. I was just talking about his hairline. Speaking of hairlines, I just got a picture of J.J. Watt. Just a second. Here he is. Yep. There he is, J.J. Watt. Interesting. Yeah. Anyway, no, I mean, Lamar's fine. Now, a little injury, yeah, we get it. Last year was an anomaly, but I don't agree with the statement that it's the terrible season of Lamar Jackson. What's going to be the downfall of Lamar Jackson is going to be the end of the NFL season, which will happen imminently. But
like next week.
Yeah. So, but I think he's fine. I mean, he may have another slow week, but that's still a guy that's going to help you win your championship. So, there you go. Sorry, move along.
That's true. All right. So several more players around the league test positive for COVID-19, including New England cornerback Mr. Gilmore, who was seen embracing with Patrick Mahomes after the game.
Sabotage. And
so That brings the league to 17 total players. And then that's not, and then there's several more staff too that have tested positive.
Now, which corner was it?
Gilmore.
Gilmore. Last year's defensive player of the year.
Yeah, well, this just in, a picture of somebody talking.
This is what we're going to do now.
No,
this
hold on.
is what
This
our
just
podcast is
this
turning
just
into.
Here's a picture of somebody, the person that was talking to Gilmore right before he hugged Mahomes. Oh, no. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to pull up a picture of Trump for a second.
No, this guy's got all the plans. He's like, how you feeling? Little fever? Can't taste anything? Why don't you give Mahomes a hug? No, I'm just kidding. All right. Yeah, this is how the whole pod's going. This just in. You get ready.
So, despite all of that, the state of Florida clears the Dolphins to be at full capacity at Hard Rock Stadium.
The fans, full capacity? Yeah. What?
All 65,000 of them. But
I love Florida.
The Dolphins say they're going to keep it at 13 for a while.
because that's twice the number of tickets they'll be able to sell.
Right.
So full capacity. So they're bringing everyone in.
All of them.
They're like, let's come on in. Oh wait, this just in. Here's the guy that made the decision for full capacity. Here you go. From Florida. Yeah, there you go. Let's take it to full capacity in Florida. Yeah.
The league is never going to financially recover from this.
I don't know if I can take him down. Let's just continue like this.
Okay.
Let's get into last week's matchups. That's all I got for news.
Yes, please.
Okay, hold on.
Last week's matchups.
All right. Flinty Fister Roboto remains undefeated at winning against me 124-118. He had all but two positions break double digits with Josh Allen. Digital dubbits. Josh Allen throwing up a respectable 25. His wide receivers combined for 44 points. Going into Monday Night Football, I was down by 50, needing Jones and Rodgers to outscore Kelsey by those 50 points. They covered the 50, but just wasn't quite enough because Kelsey had a mediocre game, and I fell just short by 6 points. And I'm going to blame my loss entirely on Nick Chubb going down with an injury and only scoring 4 points.
Yeah, well, might as well. That's a sad injury. How long's Chubb out for?
Like 6 weeks.
Oh.
So for the rest of the season.
MCL sprain, yeah. He's
for the rest
out,
of the season and beyond.
Yeah, and 2 games into next year.
Yep. That's too bad. Well, sorry about your loss there.
That's all right.
El Suete. Go ahead.
DRC also remains undefeated, edging out Dorona 123-120. DRC had the top performer with DJ Chark. He added 25. Gurley added another 18 in the flex. But I'm going to say this matchup was won at the QB position with DRC's Murray outscoring Rona's Mullins 22-7. Rona had Cousins on the bench with 14 that could have easily covered the 3-point gap there, but
yeah, the winning points of that came with, I think, 30 seconds left in the game. And the big story there was Calvin Ridley putting up 0 points, put up a goose egg. In that Monday night game, and it just killed him.
So we were in the same room, me and DRC, same bedroom, same bed, but that's how we watch football.
Laying on our bellies.
Each other's bellies.
Don't judge, but no, this was a tight one. It was fun to experience the win as Matt Ryan gets the ball back and he just throws not to Ridley, and secures the win. I think one catch at anything over 3 yards would have not 3 yards. Let's say 10 yards would have screwed you there. So,
yep.
But that was a fun game to watch. All right, who's next?
All right, Mixer, who was the high scoring team of the week. Beats Parrot Heads 129-99. Mixer with top performer Dalvin Cook, who added 27, but Gordon also gained him 24. And Will Fuller put up 19 in his flex. Parrot Heads had 2 positions that was sub 5 points. He did, however, get 19 points from Andrews.
Come on. Play it in all its glory.
Andrews, who he stacked with Lamar Jackson, who added 26.
What about
Kareem fucking Hunt.
Yeah, well, he did all right. Kareem Hunt, I would say going forward is now looking pretty good with old Chubb on the mend. So,
which would explain why he rejected my trade offer for Kareem Hunt earlier today.
Weird.
I can imagine. I will say this: honesty in league trades, right? Because what did Kenny? Do you remember his other trade? He made me an offer because after Eckler went down, the rookie running back in Los Angeles, the Chargers, he had that on a trade with me with another guy. I don't know. It was a good trade. I liked it. But I texted him. I said, hey, this was from 2 days ago. I missed it. I wish I would have accepted it earlier because either way I probably would have. I'm like, did you know that Eckler's down? And he's like, thanks, man. This time change stuff, and so he pulled it back. But, just saying that Kamish isn't colluding over here, so suck it. All right. Well, yeah, what's next?
In our closest matchup of the week, the Uniballer sneaks by 21 dump streak 102.9 to 102.3.
My goodness, no corrections.
Had Amari Cooper throw up 27 and CeeDee Lamb with 22, which would have been more impactful on the matchup if 21 dump streak hadn't had Dak Prescott, who was the top performer of the matchup with 37. No other players really pop in this battle, which seemed to be the battle of the Dallas players.
I see. Yeah.
Dallas Players Club.
Dallas starts the first quarter in garbage time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just garbage points from the shotgun. I mean, it is.
Is that because it was against Cleveland or just because they're a scoring machine?
Their defense is that porous.
Yeah.
This just in, we have 0 viewers live right now, so we'd like to welcome everyone into the chat.
Nice.
Hold on, I got to leave a comment for them. Oh, wait. It's we got a comment, but they left already, so that's good. Casey and Kamish Monday night tummy sticks. Oh, okay, we got someone in here, I suppose.
Nice.
Yeah, welcome, Flinty's in there.
Oh, we got another one.
Oh, we just must not be updating on our who we got's in here. Right, good, thank you. Okay, what's the next matchup?
Next matchup is worst matchup.
Worst matchup.
Yeah.
Worst matchup.
Average Joe's does not have enough players and will be forfeiting the championship match.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Worst matchup.
This matchup wasn't the largest win margin, but it had the lowest total points with, I forgot why I'm here, winning 105 to 85 against Otto. The difference in this matchup basically being top performer Odell Beckham Jr., who has quite a day with 35 points for the old man. He also had Evans at 22, Otto with no one breaking the 20-point mark. Just a down week for him, I guess.
Well, that's I have to say this far into the season, especially after my week 1 rant about Otto, and we call him Otto because he auto drafted in our draft, which never allow an auto draft in your draft.
Unforgivable.
Never allow it. Now
Is that 2 years in a row, I think?
No, it's 2 years for an auto draft. Didn't we have we had a Ghost Dad. Remember Ghost Dad was the year before, where we brought him in to draft, and boy, was that a hoot. But I will say this: I know things happen, and that's why sometimes you can't make it to the draft. A fantasy football draft is not more important than most things, but always make it to your draft. But if you don't have someone make it to your draft, immediately change things and replace them. Just a warning. But that's hard to do, right? We were all a little stressed out because our app was
didn't we start like an hour and a half, 2 hours late anyway?
Yeah, it was rough because we had an app issue, so we couldn't address the auto issue. But auto now, let me take it. All things considered, auto is now 1-3, which makes everything feel better, and his team's fine, right? But not that
fine.
Great.
He is out there changing his team. He's the one that I made a trade with today.
We will not condemn.
I
we will
also
not
made
condemn.
a trade with him today, so
yeah.
yeah.
Now, we will not condemn. We will just always bring it up. So yeah, what?
Forgive, but don't forget.
Yeah, forgive but don't forget. Do not auto draft
All
or
right,
allow it.
matchup of the week if you're ready for it.
Matchup of the week.
Now, this one isn't the highest scoring or even the closest margin, but the commish gets his first win. The commish had Joe Mixon decide he was going to play football this year and rack up a staggering 39 points.
That's for sure.
Devontae Parker gave you a decent 16 and Galladay 14. Cripple Me Elmo had all but 2 positions break double digits, but nobody over 20 as he slides to 1-3, and the commish rockets to 1-3.
Boom, boom. Me and Otto, same record. Yeah, yeah. There's not much. Yeah, sorry. Here's Grant or Cripple Me's. That's all you get. That's all. It was very. I feel real good about beating Grant. No, I just feel good about a win, and this is where my reign begins. So just get ready for it, because by the end of the season, I'll be 2-3.
Nice.
Because we got one more week.
That's all we got, baby. That's all we got.
All right. Do you got power rankings ready to go?
Nah, I don't have anything ready to go.
All right.
Let's just pass it over to Mix.
History with Mixer.
Whoa,
Really?
wait, whoa.
Oh my gosh.
No, here we go. Little history with Mixer.
History with Mixer.
Let's go, Mix.
In order to cater to Carl's sensitive nature, I just want to keep this brief, and I'll give you one stat about the Dallas Cowboys because we just love them. The Dallas Cowboys are currently on pace to allow 584 points.
That's a good stat.
This figure would surpass the NFL record set by the Baltimore Colts in 1981. And actually, the record...
Well, they don't allow horses anymore.
Yeah, right. The record is 533, so it sure seems like the Cowboys are going to beat that in no time. All right. One real history item. Do you guys know who the oldest NFL team is?
Green Bay Packers?
Kansas City Chiefs.
I think it's the Newburgh Aardvarks.
It is the Packers. Their original name is the Green Bay Acme Packers.
I think I was damn close.
Founded in 1919, and they joined the NFL in 21. There are only 2 teams that are still in the league that were a part of the original NFL, and those are the Decatur Staleys, who are now known as the Chicago Bears, and the Chicago Cardinals, who now are, of course, the Arizona Cardinals. They are both founding members and are, like I said, are the only 2 that remain from the original set of teams. In 20. There you go.
That's pretty good.
And that Arizona franchise yet to win a championship.
Yeah, wow. They came close against some rotten team. I forget who, a bunch of rapists or something. Kind of narrowly defeated them. Therapists. Yeah, they lost to the Steelers.
What's that?
I said yes. They lost to Carl Steelers.
We have a stat correction. The top performer in Dorona versus Dump Streak, or no, DRC. Sorry, was Kittle with 32.
Oh,
36.
It's 32.
No.
Who was that tight end?
That
went off.
Tanyan.
Yeah, the number one waiver wire pickup probably this week.
Yeah,
and 3 TDs. I forget what it was.
Why don't we go ahead and move into lineup Nazi and talk about that?
Okay, gotcha.
Nine. Lineup Nazi.
So the old man pretty much blew his entire wab-wad this morning.
This morning?
I threw out 15 on Tanyan thinking that's probably going to get it. And nope. I forgot why I'm here. Put up a whopping 40 on
Woo.
Tanyan, who isn't even going to play this week.
And that's enough to spend for a full week, right? 40 is enough to spend for a full week. That's
then
when
on
you
top
call
of
it a
that-
day.
And then 20 more on Williams.
And then 20 more on someone else, right?
Yeah.
Was it just 60? Or
I
was
think
it
it was
80?
just the 60. I can't
Oh.
remember.
Oh, I know. I saw that 40, and I was like, yep, that's what you call it a week on the waiver wire. And then saw another huge one, too. And I was like, oh, no.
Wabwab and Fabwad. What is it? Wabwad and Fabwad, depending on your league.
Well, hey, if this is really the last week of the season, wouldn't now
Hey,
be
you know
the
what? He
time to
might look
spend
like
the
a
points?
genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might look like a genius. He might just
Yeah.
go in with the.
The thing is as much as I also wanted Tanyan, now that I think of it, he may not keep that production with like Adams and Lazard coming back.
Of course, he's not going to
Yeah.
keep that production. That was an anomaly. That's like your classic case of chasing the waiver. I don't disagree. I think that. I mean, 40% of your budget. Did he have 100 WAB to begin with? and
Yeah.
Made any
Yeah.
other acquisitions? So 40% of your budget is
On a tight end.
is bold. It's a bold move, Cotton. So, but you know, hey, to each their own. And you never know if he wins the championship on the back of a second string tight end, then more power to him, right?
Yeah, man. Good for him. Meme of the week.
Sure. Let's do meme of the week. Here it comes.
Meme of the week.
All right.
Did you
Are you
grab
ready?
some?
Yeah, of course I
Yeah.
got it. There you go.
Congratulations, Mixer, on win number 2 in a row. You're on a
Dang.
win streak.
Dang. I don't think I didn't win one time last year, so to win 2 in a row is a real honor. Thank you.
Right.
That is pretty big.
Yeah.
So,
So
can
what
you
we have?
audibly
Yeah.
describe this, please?
Yeah, I'm about to. So what we have here is the classic white text box above a picture.
I hate
And
this.
Yeah, why
And
would
in
you?
the
Why
text
would you
box-
hate this?
And in the text box, it says nobody. And then under that, it says Flinty to the rest of the league.
Right.
And then it's the
Principal
picture.
Skinner.
Yeah, Principal
Sorry,
Skinner looking down on everybody. And it says pathetic at the bottom of the picture.
This meme of the week brought to you by TWB. Audible.
I don't-
TWB's audible descriptions of car accidents.
There's another 4-0 team, I think, in the league that had something to say about that.
Oh, well, we didn't know if that was going to be the
Missed.
case.
Mr. Carl, I do have to apologize. Uniballer was up kind of big at the time.
Yeah.
The projection was definitely in his favor when I made it. So I'm sorry. I am sorry.
Well, good meme. Good job to Mixer for finally doing something right. All right, twice. He's got 3 kids too. I'm just kidding. All right, here we go.
At least 3.
All right, what's our next? Where are we going to? Power rankings.
Yeah, if you've got them ready, we'll do power
let's
rankings.
go. Let's go.
Power rankings.
All right, this week's power rankings are brought to you by Fantasy Pros. Fantasy Pros. We don't sponsor the Begion.
That's their slogan.
Yeah. That's obviously their slogan. We've got, from 1 through 12. We'll just go through really quick. Number 12 in rankings, power rankings, is the Uniballer with a overall score of 61 out of 100. Number 11 is the old man, I forgot why I'm here, with 65. 21 Dump Streak, who's got a decent record, drops to number 10 with 78 total points. The Wuhan Bats is at number 9 with 80 total points. Cripple Mielmo down at 85 at number 8. Number 7 is Parrot Heads at 86. The Mix gets into the playoff top 6 contention as far as power goes with the 90. Tied with yours truly, Coma the Gamish at 90. Otto drops to number 4. I think he was number 1 in the first 2 weeks, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. Drops to number 4. Flinty Fister Roboto is number 3 with 92. Our own DRC is number 2 with 96. And Dorona in the room right now, currently power ranked number 1. Now, That's all fine and good.
That's the rest of the season, right?
That's
Okay.
just kind of the rankings on the players you have, maybe strength of schedule, etc. This is all just
and I don't know when that updates, but I know. Well, my fantasy pros updated pretty quickly on getting Julio Jones added to my team, but
yeah.
I think for the rest of the season I should pad my team.
Should go up, but
fairly well.
that's all fine and good. Something we haven't done before is projected standings. Now that's different than power rankings, which is very interesting. So if we look at projected standings here, this changes a little bit. So number 12 is Parrot Heads. Number 11. Now these are actually just odds of making the playoffs. 11% for Parrot Heads, 26% for myself. This is a new category. The odds of becoming the champion. 3%, which is fun, right? Uniballer is number 10. So these are all guys that aren't going to make the playoffs. Uniballer, Otto. Now let's go back. Otto is number 4 in power rankings. Projected standings currently is going to be number 9. Cripple Me Elmo at number 8. Old Man, I forgot where I'm here, on the bubble at number 7 with a 37% chance of making the playoffs. And we all know with our own Mixer, who had a 2% chance at one point and climbed into the playoffs, that these numbers mean nothing. Wuhan Bats at number 6, 21 Dump Streak at number 5, Dorona number 4. I'm sorry, Mixer, there he is, number 3, and then of course the 2 4-0 teams at number 1 and 2. So with a 19 and 16% chance of being the champion, respectively. And that's a change. It looks like DRC just climbed above. His projected record is 9 and 4, and Flinty Fister is 8 and 5 projected. He dropped down a rank.
So the number 2 team has a lower percentage chance of being the champ than the number 3 or 4 team.
Interesting.
Interesting.
No, and this is where all this stuff kind of plays out. I don't get it either. It's called math and science, and that doesn't exist.
Science.
Yeah. So, but it's fun to look at. Whenever I see the projected standings, I really quickly click on rankings, and I'm like, oh, I'm number 5. That's fine. That's better.
That's fine.
But yeah, there you go.
Flash back and forth between them real quick.
Yep. That makes me feel better about life. So there you go. There's your power rankings.
Thanks, Kamish.
You bet. So what are we moving on to now?
Kamish picks.
Oh man, already? That went
already
really fast.
We're
What's going on
here?
This
episode.
What is going on? So we need to slow
That's
down.
what she said.
Oh.
Well, you guys aren't berating me for like 10 minutes over the history.
Oh, that's true.
Kamish picks.
So last week you went 3 and 3 to move to 11 and 7 on the season.
3 and 3. Boom, boom. 11
and 7.
Not bad.
Holy cow.
That's not bad.
Nice.
All right, first
That's not
up
bad
we
at all.
got Brother Battle number 2, the Wuhan Bats versus the Mix.
Ooh, it's about time.
Did you see Wakanda Forever?
Yeah, he did.
Chad Mix Boozman, dude. Come on.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
This one's going to be kind of easy for me. I'm going to ride a little bit of the wave of the Mixer wave here. Mixer has been pretty powerful, scoring near the top in a lot of weeks. I think he's got a good team. The issue you might have is you've got both Cook and Gordon on his team going up against some stout defenses, so you might see some lower production from them. Otherwise, his schedule doesn't look too bad, across the board. You're going to have a fight. You're going to have a fight, Mr. TWB.
Yeah. I wholeheartedly agree with your pick, Commissioner.
I mean, you're starting James White, and I think he's still in mourning right now. I don't even know. Is he going to get the...
I have no choice because Chubb is injured and Jones is on bye. So I had to make a trade to get Ronald Jones to bring my chances of winning up to 16% from like 5.
Right, and we have those. We have those chances there, or the percent to win chance on Sleeper app. Also, not a sponsor. So, I don't know. I feel you, but I'm still going to go with the Mix.
Yeah, I mean, I already told you, but
you do agree. I agree with your agreement.
All right, next up, we got Twin Bowl 2020, Dorona versus the Uniballer.
Oh, man, can you imagine a real Twin Bowl? I want to see that. Who's still got moves?
Dorona works out.
Does he?
Yeah.
All right. He's probably got a bigger head, too, for getting into the helmet.
Yeah, probably.
We know that. All right, so, wow, it's very lopsided for Dorona. He's got Roethlisberger, Kamara, Davis, Ridley, and Diggs, and just a few mentionables. Sammy Watkins. I don't know about that. And
Also-
Kittle, of course.
Also, real quick, I just want to thank Dorona for not putting me on blast in the chat for my trade offer earlier today.
Oh, and then we have
Maybe it's because I sent him a picture of a trade analyzer that told him that he was getting the better deal out of it. So
Nice.
Mahomes on the Uniballer. Mahomes, Murray, Ingram, Cooper, Lamb, Renfro, Ertz. I don't know. Duke Johnson. It's pretty heavily favored. 136 points projected for Dorona and 103 for the Uniballer. Oh wait, hold on. This just in. I saw somebody talking to Dorona. This isn't good. Oh man, here he is. Oh, he's talking to Dorona because poor Uniballer has Mahomes. I get it, Dorona. I see your game, buddy. All right, it's working. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going Dorona on that one, just on pure. Just I can't go any other way. It's too lopsided. So good luck to you.
I'm not sure that Ben realizes we're talking about their matchup in the chat because he says that they play each other next week.
Okay, it's a little behind.
Yeah.
Cool. What's next?
Also, he said they measured their heads and they're the same size. So
that's impossible.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
That's impossible. I've seen both of them walk through doors. And
Who measured your mom?
Ben turned sideways. Let me tell you. Who measured your mom? Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
At birth. Anyway, what's next?
All right. Did you pick a winner?
I did. I said Dorona.
All right. Good, because that's what I wrote down already.
Perfect.
21 dump streak versus DRC.
Okay, the dump, who's got a 2-2 record versus the 4-0. This one's tight.
It is tight, and I'm nervous about this one. This is a.
Now here's what I'll say: 21 lost last week, but a very the most famous term I use that I think you love is he's got a sustainable team, very sustainable team. Hasn't been doing bad. I will say this, and he would for sure if 21 was on the pod. He was a victim of the Tennessee bye. I mean, last week he still put up a competitive score without Derrick Henry, and he has
James Conner,
and he has Shearer, the Steelers. So that was, I mean, he put up a very respectable week with his bench, and so now he's coming in full. Hopefully, we hope. We don't know. He's coming in with his full roster, his starting lineup. And I think this is going to be a tough one. I almost don't even want to call this one because there's Curse of the Commish. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to roll with my boy over here with the 4-0 record, and let's keep the train alive. Yeah, I have to. So let's keep the train alive. I'm going with DRC for the win, but it's a coin toss right now. I mean, with Jacobs and Singletary, Murray's been doing great. I mean, your team is also very sustainable, so it's going to be
bench with Raheem Mostert and Cam Akers coming back, and Julio Jones now, and oh my goodness, it's just juicy.
So I'll just put down DRC.
Your bench can't play.
Mark.
No, DRC locked. DRC locked.
All right,
that's
DRC locked. No question mark.
No question mark.
Next up, we got Otto versus Cripple Me Elmo.
All righty, another tight matchup here. The 1 and 3s. Going up against each other. You know what? It's just because it's Otto. Sorry, I'm calling Cripple Me on this one. Take the win. Take the win because you deserve it. No, otherwise, I don't know. I might be wrong on that one too because if Elliott and Matt Ryan doesn't cry in his helmet again, we might see something out of Otto. But with Drew Brees, Edwards-Helaire, Montgomery's been looking all right. So I'll still give the win to Cripple Me Elmo.
All right. So Cripple Me Elmo. Next up, we got Fister Ravato versus Parrot Heads.
All these matchups are tight. Now we have Parrot Heads with Lamar Jackson, who's questionable with the knee injury. If he does play, he might be limited as far as staying in the pocket. But he also has Kareem Hunt, who's going to get a much bigger role. Kareem Hunt is not a third down back, in my opinion. The Chiefs didn't have him as that, and before he kicked someone. So I would say that Kareem Hunt slides nicely. This could be trouble for Chubb owners, and Chubb himself will slide nicely into an RB1 position, maybe even a 3-down back type of position.
He's going to be a monster.
He's going to be a monster. Thank you. Here it comes.
Team fucking Hunt.
So
Yeah,
you're
I'm
picking
excited.
Fairheads?
I wish I was a Hunt owner in any of my leagues, but I'm not, because he's gonna be terrifying. So I'm still going with the 4-0 record against the 0-4, but this might be the first win for Parrotheads and a big upset for the Flintmeister. So, but I'm still going to give Flinty no curse. Just I'm giving him the nod.
All right, locked in. All right, finally we have I Forgot Why I'm Here versus the Mish for the first father-son battle of the season.
Oh man. Do you know what the stat? Do you see the stat line? It's 110.87 me to 110.55 old man.
My gosh!
I
Yeah,
mean,
I just looked at that.
and I haven't yet. Have I yet said that I was going to win? Like last week, I was wrong because I called Cripple Me out as being the winner. Correct?
Right.
So it's the old man. I just don't want him to walk into the room with like a wrestling belt again. I really don't want that to happen. I'm going to call COVID on this. I'm going to put like pig's blood on my door so he won't come in. So I'm going to go with, I'm going with myself. I'm going to have a little bit of confidence and see all the confidence I have. I'm just
51%, baby.
That's very confident.
Yeah, I'm going with the commish. Yes. Okay. Here we go. All right. Anyone else?
Nope, that's it, man.
That's everyone. We did all the we did it all. All right.
We did it all.
We're getting the chat is just blowing up with our fans right now. Just everyone in the chat. This is Ben. This is 17
He's
messages.
just talking to himself. It's an echo chamber in there.
Ask Jasmine. She was there. We measured our heads. They're the same size. I mean, this guy's. Hold on. This just in. Oh, everyone's going to see it. If you're going to
go. Here we go.
Don't hear. Yeah. Oh, damn it. I probably screwed that up.
Come on, man.
It's going to take too long. I know. Just give me a minute. Oh, this is good stuff.
This is good content.
This is really good content. You guys just get ready for this. This is going to be amazing.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm here, guys. We measured our heads. They're the same size. I knew and wasn't. We play next week. I meant you, Sam. We play next week. Ask Jazz. She was there. I mean, this is just the rambling of a madman.
This is
We
what
measured our
wanted,
heads.
though, isn't it?
They're the same size. Oh man, our fans are something else, huh? Anyway, if you'd like to follow Ben Fashion on YouTube, there you go. All right. Too good. All right. Any other thoughts, you guys? I mean, let's talk about this. How do we really feel as a group about the coronavirus affecting the NFL season?
I am terrified of it because I finally have a team put together that can last all season, and it's going to be all for naught, I fear.
Sustainable.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if we finish the season.
We've already had fantasy impacts, and I brought that up with 21's game. I mean, it is a very fair statement to say he lost. So his record now, which is 2-2, he lost last week because of a coronavirus-involved situation.
Yep.
Two teams that all of a sudden gain a bye when they weren't supposed to. You learn on Wednesday or Monday, even Monday's too late, right? You have to go spend your own fab dollars or WAB dollars, whatever you call them in your league, to acquire a waiver pickup that's not going to be the same as a Derrick Henry, obviously, or a Juju or anything. Or James Conner. I mean, that obliterated his team. So that's already one. Like, it would be fair to say that it's not fair if he doesn't make the playoffs, right? By one
sucks.
record. Yeah. So we've already had fantasy effects. Now, of course, that is universal. It could happen. Look, it almost happened it happened to me in another league with Cam Newton, right? That was an effect. That wasn't injury related. That was corona related. So how do you what are the odds that we finish the season? So would you go let's do a quick poll. 1, the season continues all the way to the end as normal. 2, it's an abbreviated season. Or 3, it gets shut down at some point before the end. We don't even have a Super Bowl. How do you guys feel about that?
So I heard today that a group of coaches went to the ownership to petition for like a bubble situation, like the NBA is doing. Have any of you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that?
I haven't seen that yet.
I only learned about the bubble situation from Saturday Night Live. Yeah, no, it's a real thing. Like,
yeah,
he made the players remove themselves from all family interaction, all friends interaction. Right? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah. Well, and they're all in one location. So they're at Disney World right now, the NBA, and they're all the teams are staying in separate hotels and things like
The
that.
entire NBA?
Yeah, well, the playoff
everyone who
teams.
made the playoffs.
Okay, that makes more
And
sense.
then that's another thing is that the NBA organization is so much smaller than, I mean, the NFL, you have 54 guys on just the team, not to mention the athletic staff and the trainers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
it's
they'd
just-
have to take over like the Trump Hotel or something to really get it done.
the place is fucking empty right now. So
Well, I mean, a place like Disney World could accommodate them. It's possible, but will the
I'm staying in Cinderella's castle.
yeah will the
LeBron.
billionaire owners,
That's
will
what
they
Tom
will they do
Brady's
that?
saying.
Did you see Kareem Hunt kick Snow White? Anyway,
Look, hey, she should stay out of the elevators.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's my favorite drop. It's the only one I have. Go ahead.
Anyway,
no, that's interesting. I don't think that's plausible. Maybe they could just take over like the state of I don't know, Kansas or something where nobody lives.
Yeah,
And just they call it state bubble. They kick out a few corn shuckers and just move into just various
corn shuckers.
various
Nah, never mind.
residents. Yeah, just take over Kansas. Take over Kansas, and no one will miss it. They'll be like, the NFL owns Kansas. And I mean, like, honestly, Kansas City isn't even in Kansas, so they'll have to move. They'll just be like, all right, we're going to Kansas.
So you asked for a poll. I think my vote is that the season gets shut down.
Entirely. So you take number 3. All right, DRC, what do you think?
I just think there's too much money to shut it down. I think there's too much money behind it. I think that they'll probably, worst case scenario, postpone the Super Bowl and have league-wide bye weeks where no one plays for 2 weeks at a time, and then we come back to it and just bump back the date of the Super Bowl. But yeah, I think there's just too much money and power behind it to.
So that's
shut
like
it down.
option 4. Option 4 is they pause the season, kind of like the collegiate teams are doing,
Right.
where they have different starts for the different divisions or whatever.
I don't know. Wasn't one of your options like a
I said an
changed
abbreviated
season?
season. So we'll go
I
with
think
number
that
2.
falls.
Number 2
Yeah.
for DRC. All right, what do you think there?
Oh,
El
well,
Sweat A.
I can't think anymore. This thing, I think I just think this thing's too tight.
Let's get in on that one. Actually, here we go. This will be the best part of the pod.
All right.
Look,
Is this the
I want-
reveal?
I want you to take that off. Look, I am not an animal. Oh,
Oh man.
El Suete. Oh man. Okay, put it back on. All right. So, what do you think? TW?
Well, if the virus keeps spreading as quickly as it is, I'm going to say they shut the whole thing down and we have an asterisk on this season.
Really? So you're going with number 3 as well?
Yeah, full shutdown.
Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going with number 1. Nothing changes. DRC already made the comment. There is too much money. They are already making consolations that the NBA didn't make. They're just like, oh, you're sick? All right, bye week. And they're just moving on. They're filling the stadium in Florida, the Miami Dolphins. This is not going in the direction that would lead to a shutdown. This is just like a chickenpox party. So they want everyone to come in. Let's all get a little bit of Corona. Now we got our president survive, so anyone can survive, right? So I think that's the real answer. We're not going anywhere. The NFL will continue on. It may have some adjustments, but it will not be abbreviated. It'll be altered, but it will finish in its entirety, with the exception that there may be a pushback on the Super Bowl so they can actually just complete games they had to make up. That's all I can say.
I think no matter what happens, our fantasy season is effed up. Like it's crazy.
Trashed. It's trashed. I will make this statement right here. 21 dump streak will never let us forget how he lost because of this. Period. He could win the championship and he'll still be like, yeah, week 4 though.
Lev Bell was on IR
and I got screwed, man. That's just the way it goes. I got screwed. Fantasy sucks. So yeah, but anyway, it's a weird world we live in. As you can see behind me, the humanity. Oh, the humanity.
Hey,
so
speaking of which, how are you doing on league dues there?
Oh, guess what? So far I've collected 0 fucking league dues. Put your money in.
It's not true. Phil paid you.
It's not true.
Okay, 1 league due. I haven't even paid, but I don't because it goes into my bank account and then I pay out. For God's sakes. Yeah, 0 league dues. That's a great question. Thanks for bringing that up. I'm angry now because you know what's going to happen? We're gonna have this abbreviated season, and they're gonna be like, "Well, so I lost. Yeah, I lost, so I'm not paying." All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I can see it.
I don't know. Man. This just
Sorry, Commit.
This guy.
This just in. The new name of this podcast.
Oh, league dues. Look at him. You don't want to deal with him, do you? You'll get the virus. All right. That's all we got. You guys ready to get out of here?
Yeah.
Oh, please, yes.
All right, thanks for joining the Begion Loom podcast, Ben. And we
Ben.
hope to see you guys. Sorry about your head, bro.
Yeah, we're just kidding, Ben. We love you.
We're just kidding. Bye. So yeah, we'll see.
He left.
Yeah, why wouldn't he? All right, take care, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Begion of Loom podcast.